We are finally getting a big update to Counter-Strike 2 that a lot of us have been waiting for quite some time now. Obviously, just in general, a lot of us are waiting for big updates to CS2 all the time. I don't really think we've gotten anything too significant since like the Armory Pass being introduced to the game, and that was in October, which is like almost 4 months ago at this point. But the fact that Premier Season 2, we finally have details about it. We finally know that it's coming soon, and we finally know what all it is actually going to entail. That is also a very, very big thing because we've been stuck in Premier Season 1 for just way too long at this point. So we're going to be going over what these changes are, what this new update to Counter-Strike 2 is, and also, of course, how you can potentially make some money off this thing as well. Today's video is brought to you by SkinPlace, an awesome site where you can turn your skins into money instantly and easily right now. All you got to do is click on the first link in the description below, then go to the site and sign in using your Steam account. You're then going to click on the skins that you want to sell, then go over to their payment method options like site balance, cryptocurrencies, or PayPal, whatever method floats your boat, and then you're going to have an option to enter a promo code. If you use promo code Germ, you can actually get a 3% bonus on your first sale, so definitely go take advantage of that right now. Then click on receive money, go to the next step, and then they're going to send you a trade offer that you just need to accept and confirm on your Steam, and then your money's going to get sent to you a couple minutes later. It's that simple. It's that easy. Thank you to SkinPlace for sponsoring this video. Counter-Strike 2 tweeted out this just a little bit ago. I'm recording this a couple hours after it's come out. Premier Season 2 begins next week, and obviously this is a very, very big deal. Seems like it'll be starting right around the beginning of February. We'll dive into the article and the specifics and all that stuff, but obviously Premier Season 1 lasted way too long, and it really made no sense. People were wondering what the heck was going on. Obviously we had like the, kind of pre-beta season or whatever, and then we had Season 1, which I believe this game came out in like October or September of last year or something like that in 2024 or in 2023. So to have it lasting this long was absolutely insane. To have a season of a game lasting more than a calendar year, it really made no sense. People were very, very confused. People definitely didn't know what to expect and thought Premier Seasons were going to be shorter, were going to be more meaningful, more impactful, whatever. I don't know. Hopefully this is not going to be the norm. Hopefully things are going to be better and more interesting and more often from here on out. We'll see. But we do have Season 2, and here are those season changes. Next week, we'll say goodbye to Premier Season 1 and hello to Season 2. To celebrate, every player who earned a CS rating during Season 1 will receive a commemorative pre-Season 1 or a commemorative premiere, I don't know why I said preseason, commemorative premiere Season 1 medal. Your medal includes detailed season statistics that you can view by clicking on the medal in your inventory. Review your Season 1 highs and lows with graphs of your CSR and playtime. Could be funny to see. Or view your map-specific stats. You find areas of improvement for Season 2. As we transition to Season 2, there will be 1 day of premiere downtime during which your CS rating will be recalibrated for the new season based on your Season 1 performance. At the start of the new season, you'll need to reestablish your CS rating by winning 10 matches. I think that's kind of lame that there's going to be downtime for Premiere. I don't know why they're doing that. Why doesn't it just stay up? Whatever. But Season 2 comes with some changes. This is the exciting part. This is the big update part. Like I said, people are always wanting changes to CS2. Obviously, Counter-Strike just in general is a game that can be a little bit repetitive. Obviously, some of the greatness of it is the repetitive nature that you're always doing the same things, and it's still an amazing game. But, you do need updates, you need changes, you need map pool changes, you need weapon change, you need buffs and nerfs, you need some kind of stuff going on, and that stuff just keeps the game even more fresh and keeps people having even more fun and new experiences and all that stuff. So there are some of those types of changes coming to Season 2, and I do think this is maybe not super necessary because Counter-Strike is always going to be an amazing game no matter what, but it's good. It's good to have these changes to keep, like I said, things fresh and exciting. So what we do have is Train is in and Vertigo's out. Obviously, we know this, but we do finally know that next week sometime. Again, I don't know if they put out specific dates or anything like that or not, but next week we know that Train is going to be in, Vertigo is going to be out. People have been saying, yeah, we know Train's in for the Austin Major. We know Vertigo's out for the Austin Major, but when is this actually going to be happening to Premiere? When are we actually going to, get to play on these things in Premiere and stuff like that? When are these changes actually going to be officially made? We now know it's going to be for the start of Season 2, which makes a ton of sense to me. That sounds cool. That's awesome. And also buffs to 2 different weapons. We have the M4A4 being a little bit less expensive, and the FAMAS having some improvements to its standing and crouching accuracy, along with the price cut as well. So actually 2 separate buffs to the FAMAS and a buff to the M4A4, which is very, very cool. And when Season 2 comes to a close after the Austin Major, and when Season 2 comes to a close after the Austin Major, players who meet the requirements will be rewarded a Premier Season 2 medal. The color will correspond to your highest CS rating achieved during the season, and the bars will reflect your total wins with 1 bar for every 25 up to 5 bars. To earn your Premier Season 2 medal, you need an account in good standing, 25 Premier match wins, and an active CSR at the end of the season. So clear your calendar because Season 2 is about to begin. So what are they saying? They're saying Season 2 is going to end at the end of the Austin Major. The Austin Major is in June. This doesn't really make sense to me. When Season 2 comes to a close after the Austin Major, so Season 1 was, 14 months, and then Season 2 is going to be like 5 months or 6 months. Like, I don't know. Something isn't making a sense here. Something isn't adding up. Obviously, like I said, we're just at the beginning of Season 2, so they can still change this stuff. They can still work it out, whatever. I don't know. But obviously, those are some massive changes there. Flom did also reply and say, okay, but what is the actual price of the A4? And they did respond to him as well with this little picture saying, great question, Eric. And we can see here that the M4A1S and the M4A4 are now down to the same price, which might not seem super meaningful. And it's probably not that meaningful, especially in a lot of like Premier matches and stuff. Maybe this will have some changes at the pro play level, but economy is so fickle and so small. Like being able to get, extra armor or extra utility or whatever, an extra weapon for your teammate or something like that. Sometimes $100 can be a really, really meaningful difference, and just having these items back to the same price point. It seems like they're always going back and forth on changing the M4A4 and A1S prices and small buffs and small nerfs here and there because these items are both so close, so similar in power level and stuff. So yeah, I think this is really, really cool. It's interesting. I don't know. I've been using the A4 a lot lately, and it's been a lot of fun. So getting even a buff to it, I do think that's going to be pretty bad for the M4A1S overall. But obviously, yeah, it seems like pro players have been using both of them. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if we have the prices for the FAMAS just yet, or what all the changes are going to be. I know somebody did ask what the price of the FAMAS is going to be, and they said, great question, Austin, and they said $300. So obviously they're memeing and joking around there. It's not going to be $300, but I don't know what exactly they're going to be doing for that. I know as well we had Arrow replying to this, which I thought was really funny, and talking about accounts being in good standings, which obviously we know that Arrow and a lot of other people out there do not have accounts in good standing after the whole boosted XP lobbies for farming the Premier Armory stars and stuff like that. So that's pretty interesting. That's funny. We have a ton of people talking about this. Obviously, it's a very, very big deal. Premier Season 2 will come to an end shortly after the Austin Major, as mentioned in the patch notes. Each active player will be awarded a medal. Requirements are 25 Premier match wins and an active rating at the end of the season. So make sure you get those games played, sometime within the next 5 or 6 months. Like I said, the Austin Major is in June. I believe it actually ends in June. So, maybe beginning of July, whatever, we could be looking at a Season 3 or maybe some kind of preseason 3 or whatever. I don't know. And is that going to mean more map pool changes? Is that going to mean more buffs and nerfs, more updates? Are they always just going to make these big updates between every season? Is every season going to have this level of new changes? Is there always a competitive map pool going to keep changing and rotating out? I don't know. But again, after more than a year, CS2 has announced Premier Season 2. That is very, very cool. Again, here we have Arrow talking about account in good standing. Super hilarious. So it'll be interesting to see, what rewards people can and can't get, and what your account being in good or bad standing means as well. But of course, at the end of the day, talking about how we can make money and how this patch is going to be affecting CS2 investments. And CSROI, I think, put this perfectly in their tweet. They said FAMAS buff plus M4A4 buff plus Train in the map pool, which means Train 2021, FAMAS skins, and M4A4 skins all now provide a risky short-term investment opportunity. Obviously, M4A4 buffs, them being cheaper, means people are going to be using them more often, which means people could be buying some more A4 skins. Now, obviously, I think CS2 already changed this in a big way when people could both equip the A1S and the M4 in their loadouts. I think that led to a lot of people ending up buying skins for both of them. So I don't think this will be as big for the M4A4, but still it could be if you were somebody who's using the A1S and now you're willing to try out the A4 or just want to switch to the A4 specifically, you could go over to that. So obviously, taking a look at all the A4 skins. I think, ones that have opportunities to jump up big, Temu Kao is a really, really popular one that's like, at reasonable price ranges, could see a nice little jump up. Sucks that it's in an active duty case. In Living Color is now in the Snakebite case, which is rare. So it's already kind of on, I think like probably on an okay path to increasing and rising in price over time. So now maybe the In Living Color could be an okay investment, still at like really, really cheap prices and for a decent looking A4. I don't think think it's going to affect stuff like the Howl or like the super insane expensive stuff, but even stuff like the Bullet Rain, the M4A4 Asimov, this could be good for that. Maybe some mid to low tier play skins like the Hellfire or Desolate Space or the Dragon King, things like that I'd be looking out for. Maybe even something like the Griffin on the lower end. Good looking M4s that people could want to pick up and try out as nice play skins. I could maybe see, but the bigger potential here is FAMAS, because if FAMAS is going to be getting accuracy boost plus a price cut, this could actually be a really, really significant buff. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who have A1S and M4A4 skins and maybe no FAMAS skin at all. So if the FAMAS actually becomes maybe not meta, but more meta than it is right now, or becomes a gun that you're going to be using on a regular basis and going to be a gun that you want to actually have a decent looking skin for, I could see the FAMAS as a much more intriguing or kind of much more impactful investment. Now, do I know anything about FAMAS skins? No, not really. I don't really even know how many great looking ones there are, or what would necessarily be the ones to target or whatever. And this isn't necessarily something I'm going to be investing in. There are maybe some opportunities to make some money off of A4 or FAMAS skins. You don't want to keep an eye on this. And again, if you're some expert who knows, hey, this is going to be the one that the money flows into or something like that, that could be something. But I do think the bigger opportunities here are in the Train 2021 collection that they're talking about here. Obviously, like we talked about in my video yesterday, maybe the Glock Gamma Doppler, maybe the USPS Whiteout, maybe some of the things down here. But for this, I'm more hesitant to see if we are going to get that Train 2025 collection first. And if we do get a Train 2025 collection, I think a lot of these skins are going to have some nice bumps. And I know people are saying, oh, it's already a discontinued collection, like, oh, why is it going to see a bump, blah 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 blah. Well, two things. One, skins from discontinued collections are already really good investments. Like look at what the mil specs in this collection have been doing. They're already on a really, really nice upward trajectory, so you can't go wrong anyway there by getting mil specs from a discontinued collection. But also right now there is some uncertainty of whether or not we're going to be getting a Train 2025 collection or not, and if we're going to get Train 2021 souvenirs at the Austin Major. And if we do get Train 2021 souvenirs of the Austin Major, that is going to hurt the price of a lot of stuff. If souvenir Glock Gamma Dopplers or souvenir USPS Whiteouts are coming out, that is going to overall hurt the growth trajectory and hurt the prices of these items, and that's just a fact. But if we do get a Train 2025 collection, then we will know we're not getting any new souvenirs of these skins, and that can actually improve their price trajectory and increase the price and stuff. Maybe not necessarily right away some huge price spike, but it's going to help their price growth in the long term, versus if we had those things. It might be a little bit complex. Maybe I'm not explaining it perfectly, but it's definitely a thing. And also, I think not even mentioned here, I do think another opportunity is Vertigo. Obviously, Vertigo being rotated out, we don't know when Vertigo is going to be back, if it's going to be back, and by the time it comes back, if it's going to need rework or change or whatever, and if we'll get some new kind of new Vertigo collection, I don't know. But even still, then whenever Vertigo is even going to come back and start getting souvenirs again, so Vertigo skins all of a sudden become, I think, an interesting investment as well. And I know we talked about that. Green laminate, maybe, and again, definitely these consumer grade skins become pretty interesting to me. So I had really been waiting and wanting some updates to the Premiere Season 2 stuff, or just when Season 1 was going to end, when we were going to get some kind of new season. I know a lot of people were waiting on stuff like that. A lot of people were confused. It didn't make sense. It was weird. We needed to get out of Season 1. Season 1 lasted way too long with no new updates or information or whatever. Obviously, Valve isn't the best at communicating and stuff, but we do have finally a ton of information about Premiere Season 2. It's going to be starting very, very soon with some big changes coming as well, and some things that will probably end up impacting the markets in a pretty meaningful way as well. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.